It's 10 a.m. Okay. So, good morning, guests and fellow Toastmaster. A warm welcome to meeting number 181 of the Gabbys Toastmaster Club. I am Toastmaster Amit, your sergeant at arms for today. I am sure you are as excited as I am. This meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. Before we start the meeting, I want to highlight some key points. Your video should be on and audio should be off. Audio should be on only when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topic of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmaster International doesn't put any restriction on speaking on these topics, but at the Gabbys Toastmaster Club, we request all speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial view on these sensitive topics. Also urge you to be the cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit. Hence, ensuring there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertone that create hostility and discomfort for the members or guests. Now, let me call upon the presiding officer for the today's meeting, DTM Nancy Goel. About Nancy, she is working as a data analyst. She is a certified image consultant and personal branding coach. She is the president of Gabbys Toastmaster Club. Over to you, DTM Nancy.
I think we can welcome with a round of applause. That's more like it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amit, our Sergeant at Arms. May we have a round of applause for our Sergeant at Arms for opening the meeting with such good spirit. All right. It's my pleasure to be opening the meeting number 181 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club as presiding officer of the day. I'm here being a little nervous. Today, when I just got on the car and I was coming here, I was feeling so nervous that I asked Saurav that, you know what, it's rather you who should do presiding officer at this. He said, why are you nervous? He said, we have got district participants. So what? He is one of the participants. He should be nervous. Preeti is one of the participants. She should be nervous. But being the president of the club, I'm more nervous than both of them. I know I'm not helping them much being nervous, but yes, I'm really proud that two of our club members are presenting the Gabbys at District 92 Table Topics Contest and International Speech Contest. For Table Topic Contest, we have got Toastmaster Preeti Jain. And for International Speech Contest, we have got distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta presenting the Gabbys. We are really proud. Please support both our participants. For benefit of guests who don't know what district contest is about, these contests begin at club level. You first cross the club level, then you reach up to area level. You participate there and meet the contestants there. Then you go to division level. And then you go to district level. For table topics, evaluation contest, district contest is the last. But if it's international speech contest, then you go for quarterfinals, semi-finals, and world level. So that's how this contest happens. And we are really proud as a Gabbys. I'm nervous as well. What is Toastmasters? Well, I see one guest in the room and request all our members online. For the benefit of our guest, Toastmasters is a 100-year-old organization that helps us, supports us to be here and overcome glossophobia, the fear of public speaking. Many here are testament to the same, including me. When I say fear of public speaking, we get a cushion to fall back on and then rise as many times as we are falling back. So that's what we do here. Come here, practice multiple times, and improve. That's about Toastmasters. It's time to have a quick introduction of our guest. May I request our guest Praveen to quickly introduce himself?
Yeah.
Just mention your name, your profession. How did you get to know about Gabbys? Two, three things.
Hi, this is Praveen. I'm from Chikpadapur. Right now, I'm working in TCS. 2 years back, I was in Toastmasters Club, and after 2 years of gap, I'm shifted to Bangalore. Right now, I want to get into Toastmasters Club again to just improve my communication skills and to lose that fear to speak in front of public. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Praveen. I hope you have a wonderful experience today. We'll connect with you after the meeting. May I request you to quickly introduce yourself?
So hi everyone, my name is Rajat and I am also thinking of just working on my communication. Currently I work with PhonePe as a revenue operations manager, and due to my work I thought that Toastmasters Club was to be better to improve on my communication and build our soft skills. That's right.
Welcome, Rajat. May we have a round of applause for our guests today, Rajat and Praveen. All right, with this, it's time to introduce our Toastmaster of the Day. Our Toastmaster of the Day is someone who I know more as a photographer, less as a Toastmaster. Whenever I check his WhatsApp status, it's filled with so vibrant colors, so beautiful pictures. I'm not sure what he's bringing onto the table today, but please put your hands together for not just a dedicated Toastmaster, but a dedicated photographer, Toastmaster Ritwik Raj.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, and a very good morning to Toastmasters and dear guest. The theme for today is Musafir. Musafir is derived from Persian and Arabic, and what it means is a traveler or a voyager. A traveler who loves going from a destination A to B, a traveler who loves going to uncharted territories, and a traveler who believes that success lies not in reaching the destination, but enjoying the journey. The inspiration for this theme I got when I realized my nephew and niece are so excited because this is their summer vacation and they were packing their bags for their holidays. And I couldn't help but think that aren't we all travelers in our own unique ways in this journey of life? And the unique thing about this is that all our journeys are unique in its own ways, and all of us are having a different question paper with a different answer, and we can't exactly relate to each other. But the good thing is that for the next 2 hours in this meeting, we are going to spend a part of this journey together. And before I proceed further, I would like to maybe get your take on what you think, or maybe you agree, disagree on the fact that success is a journey and not a destination. So anyone's take on this topic? Anyone would like to volunteer? Maybe I can ask anyone to share their thoughts. Chaitanya, would you like to maybe try and give your perspective on this?
Yes, I can try. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah.
So yes, as you said, success is a journey and not a destination. So it's really a complete path where we learn, unlearn things similar to what we do in Toastmasters. We give speeches, we learn from other people, and that's a complete journey where we develop our traits, our characters, a personality that we carry forward, and that is the actual success, and not the amount of gold or money that we have gathered along the way. So that's my take on this.
Thank you. Thanks, Chaitanya, for this take. So now moving ahead, for the benefit of the guest, the structure of today's Toastmaster meeting and any general meeting, that we will have 3 sections. First is the prepared speech section. Here we will have the speakers who are giving their prepared speeches probably with the help of their mentors and the manual which we have. Then we will have the second section, which is the table topics section, wherein a topic will be given on the fly to the participants, and then they have to think on their feet and deliver a speech within 1 to 2 minutes. And towards the end, we will come to the third and equally important section, which is the general evaluation section, wherein we have a dedicated team and a general evaluator led by general evaluator, which will then be giving their critique and feedback to all the speakers in today's meeting. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to today's GE. He's chartered accountant by profession. He's currently the president of the CMA Bangladesh Tigers Toastmaster Club. He has been in Toastmaster since 2018, and he was the president distinguished area director for area L3 district 41. So can I please request everyone to welcome our general evaluator for today, who is Lasantha De Silva.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritwik. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ritwik, for such a lovely introduction. So I'm the general evaluator for the today's meeting. We know that we have been traveling. I have also traveled to your club and tried to be a visiting Toastmaster. So it's matched with our theme. So as a general evaluator, my job is to take a notes what's happening during the meeting, throughout the meeting, during the meeting, and do the pros and cons. Basically, what things need to be happening, the good things and the recommendation to make. So there are three parts in my meetings. One is about prepared speech, direct speech evaluations, indirect speech evaluations, and the evaluation, the meeting at overall. The direct speech evaluation you heard about is we have a prepared speeches, and there will be evaluators comes in, and they will evaluate the prepared speeches based on the objectives. The indirect evaluations are those like my tech team, and today we have a tech plus language evaluator in the listener. So basically they'll be doing the indirect evaluation, and myself as the general evaluator and overall of the meeting. So we have a team. We are not lifting alone. We will be lifting each other. It's a peer-to-peer learning. So let me call my tech team, tech plus L. First of all, the timer, very important person of today's meeting. Today's timer is Toastmaster Mohan. Toastmaster Mohan, let me introduce him. He has seen different places. He's originally from Andhra Pradesh. He raised in Hyderabad, and he based in Bangalore. I'm sure he will join you from another meeting from another location. He holds the bachelor's degrees from business management and 2 years experience in digital marketing and a senior marketing executive of Emerson. So let me welcome Toastmaster Mohan to introduce your timer role. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Thank you for the introduction. Good morning, Toastmasters and fellows. As a timer, I will be showing the timers for table topic, speeches, and evaluation. So I will sharing the screen by using left, green card, and yellow and red. So for the speeches, 4 minutes I will raise the green card, and 5 minutes I will raise the yellow card, and 6 minutes I will raise the red card. For the table topics, 1 minute I will show the green card, 1 minute 30 seconds I will show the yellow card, and 2 minutes I will show the red card. For evaluations, it's supposed to be 2 to 3 minutes. For 2 minutes I will raise the green card, 2 minutes 30 seconds I will show the yellow card, and 3 minutes I will show the red card. Thank you, General Evaluator. So team, all the best.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mohan, for the timing objective. And one more thing, each session will get a 30 seconds grace period. So if you develop table topics, you have got 2 minutes and 30 seconds grace period. For evaluation, get 30 seconds grace period. So I'll move on to the next, my role player, that is our counter. Yes, our counter is also very important. So today's our counter is Toastmaster Bimpy Kumari. So Bimpy Kumari is a senior quality analyst in one of the pharmaceutical company. She loves traveling, of course, cooking in her leisure time. So she joined Toastmasters to elevate her public speaking and the leaderships. So let me call Toastmaster Bimpy to introduce your role as our counter.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator of the Day, for introducing me. As General Evaluator told, I am our counter for today's meet. So the purpose of our counter is to listen and make note of unnecessary words and sounds used by all the speakers, role players of today's meeting. And I will be having the report, which consists of 5 major areas. First is filler words such as Second is inappropriate interjections, for instance, and well, but, so, you know. Third point is the use of crutch words similar to basically, actually, this thing, etc. Fourth point is repetitive words or the phrases in the form of I, this means, this means. Fifth point is unintentional long and short pauses made by the speakers. I will represent the rest of my report when called for by the General Evaluator during the General Evaluator session. Over to you, General Evaluator of the Day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bimpy, explaining your role nicely in a detailed manner. So my next role player is the Grammarian. Now don't get scared. He's not going to punish you. We call him as a English teacher. But in our meeting, we use the our mother tongue is not the English, but still we conduct our meetings in English. So we have to understand the grammatical corrections, good word of usage. So my team player, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi, will explain the grammarian role today's meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Ji. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to introduce word of the day, and I'll also make note of good usage of words and some improper usage of words, which will help them in improving future. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to introduce word of the day, and for word of the day for today is it's majestic, meaning beautiful, powerful. Usage: a majestic pillar of society who continues to entertain in grand style. A majestic Egyptian, and another example, a majestic Egyptian pyramid has enthralled travelers for eons. Over to you, GE, and I will post word and the meaning in the chat box.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bimpy. So you have been majestically explaining your role. Thank you very much, and you can request all of the table topic speakers and all of our speakers to use this majestic as the role players. And then we'll come to another role player. You know what? In Toastmasters, and especially the evaluators, we wanted all of you to be active listeners, because the evaluator will have to be active. And my next role player, the listener, Toastmaster Devayani Nair, will listen to this for all of your speeches and keep a note of it, and she will raise a question. So Toastmaster Devayani, she is one of the youngest member, just 18 years old, currently pursuing a bachelor degree from political science and economics. The reason we are so joining the Gabbys is she loves talks. Another thing she loves doing, she's dancing, and a frequent participant of college essays. So Toastmaster Devayani, this is for you.
Okay, I don't actually tell myself, but thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. A very good morning to everyone present here. I'm the listener of today, and when it comes to Toastmasters, speaking is not the only thing we concentrate on, it's also our listening skill, which is what we're going to put into test today through my role. And I will be listening very intensely throughout the entire meeting. And at the end, I shall come up with a few questions, and I hope everyone answers it. Yeah, that's it from my role. I shall be back with my questions when the general evaluator calls me upon at the end.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Devayani, for explaining your role as well. So this is my team, basically. So with that note, I'll come back to you when the Toastmaster call upon for my report. So without further ado, let me hand it over the floor to back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ritwik. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for explaining your role as well as the TAGL team role in that. Now, moving on to the first section, which is the prepared speech section. So our first speaker is attempting the icebreaker speech for level 1 in the persuasive influence pathway. I'd like to first confirm if we have the evaluator Atul Srivastava on the call. Can I have a confirmation if we have the evaluator here?
I am.
Thank you. So
Yes, I am having.
thank you, Atul. So our speaker is attempting the icebreaker for the persuasive influence pathway, and he has recently joined Salesforce as a product manager. And good to know we are from the same profession. He loves to read and write poetry. So, and the purpose of this project is for members to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. So without further ado, I would like to invite TM Arshin. So please give a huge round of applause for TM Arshin. Over to you. TM Arshin, what if TM Arshin? Yeah.
Just wanted to confirm if I'm audible and visible. I had been making excuses all year long. One time I forgot the costume. One time I have a severe stomach ache. And all because I did not want to go in the pool with my classmates all year long in my swimming class in school. And one such day, when I was standing beside the pool, the trainer comes from behind and throws me. I thank my stars he did. Because that day, I got over perhaps one of my biggest insecurities of that time, which was swimming. A very good morning to all present. Hi Gabbys, I am Arshin, and my speech is titled What If? We've all been there, done that, and I'm sure we'll all relate. Like in our mind, we've thought, what if life would have been different? So let's dive right in. What if in class 6, I was not an overgrown child? What if I was not fighting all the time with my friends, my family? What if I was not singled out of every single group that I was part of? I think that was because he wanted me to stand out and look at the people who just noticed people for how they looked on the outside. So how the world treated an overweight, difficult child. He wanted me to see that it's not what's on the outside, but what's on the inside that matters. And look at people for who they respected me for. What if in class 11th, I was not forced to take science, a subject I loathed to my guts? What if I was allowed to take English honors, become an English professor, and teach a class full of people or students who loved me? That was because then I would not have scored extremely low marks in 12th in my pre-board in physics, just to know that I'm bigger than all of these biggest difficulties combined. Also to bust a myth, 10th kar lo, life settled hai, 12th kar lo, life settled hai, which translates to do 10th, your life is settled. Complete 12th, your life is settled. What if in my second year of engineering, I was not plucked from IT branch and put into computer science? In a class full of people who knew each other, who had their groups, who had their reservations, and did not want to talk to me. All these academically driven first benchers who used to hide their copies from everyone and not show their notes to anyone. But then that made me realize I was also once part of that first bencher gang. But that also made me realize that I was not just hardworking, I was kind and empathetic. I would never use people as stepping stones in life. I would actually love to bloom where I'm planted. I would like to plant my own happiness, my own contentment around me, and savor the little joys of life. What if at 22 years of age, I was not thrown into a completely new city, Mumbai? Oh my God, the best 2 years of my life. That city taught me how to love life and live life. A city that never sleeps. My first ever stint at Toastmasters, my first ever poetry open mic, my first ever full night sitting beside Marine Drive with a cup of chai in my hand at 2 a.m. in the night, listening to Gupta. But then, if I was not disillusioned with my life, love, work back then, I would have never ended up in IIM Ranchi.
And now comes my biggest what ifs. What if a better IIM, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, ISB, and MBA from abroad? What if I could have gone to a better B school? But then I was destined to go there and destined to meet the love of my life, my Bihari Prince Charming, who would I marry later. What if my first ever relationship was non-toxic, non-abusive? What if I had met better men? And I would not wish this upon my worst enemy, but I learned a lot from that process. It taught me that you don't change when they tell you to. You change when you think you want to and when you need to. Start loving yourself, girl. So here I am, 28 years young, 10 tattoos on my body, and a whole lot of piercings. And I would just like to say this. If I would have not given life the chance to steer me in the direction that it wanted to, I would never have been here in front of all of you people narrating my life story, a work in progress, which I'm extremely proud of. 30 kgs lighter and a little stronger, taller, sharper. I would just like to say this, that yes, we can wonder what if I could have been there and not here. But what if, for once, you let life do its magic and you see the magic on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And as a tradition, since this is the icebreaker, I'd request everyone to please stand and give a standing ovation for the icebreaker. So moving ahead to the speaker 2, I'd first like to confirm if we have the evaluator for speaker 2, which is Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh on the call.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. Thank you for the confirmation. So our speaker 2 is a chartered accountant by profession, is married to a lovely wife, Susma Jain, who is also a CA. The couple is blessed with 2 lovely children, and outside of Toastmasters and accounting, he likes playing cricket, chess, and traveling. Our speaker is attempting the project Building a Social Media Presence, which is the project 2 in the level 2 of Leadership Development Pathways. The purpose of the project is for the member to apply his understanding of the social media to enhance and establish a new social media presence. And the purpose is also to share some aspect of his experience building a social media presence. So without further ado, please give a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Sanjay Jain for his speech title, Keeping Pace with Change. Keeping Pace with Change, Toastmaster Sanjay Jain.
Thank you, TMOD, for giving me the opportunity. Good morning to all. Do anyone remember the date 24th March 2020? During this date, total lockdown was announced by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. We were surprised that how we are going to do our professional or do our personal life with this type of lockdown. Major challenge was that everything was new to us as we were not tech savvy, and we have to learn various new things to make ourselves update about the new technology that has come into place. It was during this period, it was called the mother of all new changes have happened in the world around. We have learned how to virtually connect ourselves. We have learned how to learn online. We have learned how to send any invitation, functional invitation online, and how to invite people for any function without going physically. All this we could have learned after 24th March 2020. So this date is a very important date for all the changes which happened in the space of virtual online media. New set of guidelines, new set of challenges all of us have faced. We were afraid to physically meet each other. Even our near and dear ones, if they had some symptoms, we would not go near them. So everything changed and everything was virtual. Whether we had to speak to our spouse or our parents, we have to connect through mobile or WhatsApp call or something like that. We were afraid to meet virtually, physically, and this has given opportunity to learn new things. First challenge was how to see that our children learn and attend the class virtually. As I said you that I was new to this virtual thing, to setting up the Google Meet or Zoom at that point of time was a big task. And also aligning with the school and how the classes would start or end and how the children would write the exams. All this were new learning to me, as I have to sit with them and attend all these things online and make myself understand the process. This was the first thing I learned about when this has happened in the country. The second was how to make my professional and personal life also more engaging and challenging. What I did was I started making YouTube videos and Facebook videos and uploading the same and distributing personally to my close circle where we would post with each other and understand the learning process and also learn the new thing. One of the software which we deployed was OBS software, which is a free tool software which we downloaded and learned the whole process. If anybody here do not know how to use the OBS software, it's a free tool which anybody can download and easily create a video and upload in the social media. It is so simple to use that even by watching a simple YouTube video, you start doing the same thing, which I was thinking, which was a very big task, became narrowed down to a narrow thing. I created my own website. I was very interested to learn these new things. I was passionate. The time was more, as we could not go outside or anything. Only entertaining thing was on this social media platform, whether YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and things like that. So you have to learn new things out of it. The main learning thing was helping each other understand the process. We had a small group of friends who would help each other to learn this thing. In the journey, we all grew up to accept this challenge and make it a memorable thing. After the COVID-19 pandemic had gone, we now enjoy this tool. We are very comfortable using this both hybrid mode. Now the world has near and we can connect to anybody anywhere and we can enjoy like a physical meeting. Earlier, for example, if wedding before pre-COVID, if any wedding invitation, if it not come physically, we would not attend that wedding, as we would say that if that person don't have time, why should I waste my time? Now that thing is gone. Now a social WhatsApp message or just a phone call makes us to go and attend this wedding function. So it has become so simple. It has in fact reduced the time and travel time between places and things like that. But in turn, it has helped us enjoy our day-to-day life and spend more time with our family. In this way, I would say that we should keep pace with change and learn new things so that we become successful and see that our nation also grows further. Thank you very much with this.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay, for the lovely take. And it is indeed change is the only constant among all these majestic changes that are happening, right? So thanks for sharing that. So moving forward to the speaker three. Our speaker three is a finance professional working with Capgemini as a director. He has been president of Smedley Speaker Society twice. He loves reading, public speaking, and currently he's learning Goel. Our speaker three is attempting project high performance leadership, and this is the first speech. Project number 1 of level 5 of the persuasive influence pathway. Timer, please note that the time is between 5 to 7 minutes. So may I please request Toastmaster Mukund Joshi for his speech titled GPL. GPL, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. We lost the audio.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, yes.
The healthiest competition occurs when average people win by putting above average effort. This was said by Colin Powell, the first black executive Secretary of State of US who was known for his role in the Iraq-Kuwait war. Respected Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters and attendees, this speech should have come 3 weeks back, but nevertheless, better late than never. I can tell you, we are really glad to launch the Gabbys Premier League, GPL, in the Gabbys for the first time. This is the competition between 3 clubs, the Gabbys Toastmasters, known as the Lions, the Gabbys Online, known as the Tigers, and the Gabbys International, known as the Panthers. This is going to be a point-based competition where each club will give its 200% to take part in various roles, give as many speeches and evaluations, and get as many awards as possible. The duration of this competition is 6 weeks, and the competition will end by June 15, so it has already started. I will quickly take you through the point system of this competition. For attending a meeting, you get your club 1 point. For giving a speech or evaluating, you get your club 2 points. For the big 3 roles, the TMOD, the GE, or the TTM, you get your club 3 points. For the TAGL roles, you get your club 4 points. If you file an award as a mentee, you get your club 5 points. And the mentor of that mentee will get her or his club 5 more points. If you get guests to the meeting, you will get your club 10 points, and if you sponsor a member, you will get a whopping 20 points. We have 3 meetings in a week, as you all know. And participation in all these 3 meetings count for this competition. So there will be 18 meetings during the duration of this competition. We have completed the 9th meeting today. We are halfway through, and we still have 9 more meetings to do. I will be the chair of this competition, and I will be guided by an able guidance committee, which comprises of 2 presidents of 2 clubs who are TTE-Sourav Dutta and DPM Nancy Goel, and also the VP memberships of all the 3 clubs. The scoring is done based on the attendance records, agenda of the meetings, awards filed, and reports from VP membership on guests, invited, and sponsored members. I will be doing the scoring, and as you must have seen in the group, I will be publishing the scores on a weekly basis. Just to bring you up to date, the scores as of last week, as of the 6th meeting, was the Gabbys Lions 290, the Gabbys Online 224, and the Gabbys International Panthers are at 167. Friends, competition Competition is an opportunity for personal growth and self-improvement. It's more like a catalyst for growth and progress. It's all about building yourself up and not putting someone down. Simon Sinek said, competition is the fuel that ignites innovation. Healthy competition creates an environment that fosters innovation and drives individuals and organizations to strive for breakthroughs. In fact, the TMI website very clearly articulates the benefits of participating in a contest or a competition. It says you improve faster, you learn to embrace feedback, you gain confidence for other roles, you expand your horizons beyond Toastmasters, and most important of all, to build character. My vision for this project, friends, is to let every participant and non-participant go back home as an improved speaker. Every participant and non-participant should have thoroughly enjoyed being part of this competition and gaining a lot of learnings. Having said all of this about vision and planning, we should also keep in mind that the contest or competition should not be taken as an end by itself. It is a journey, as the cliche goes. The journey is the reward, and we should all enjoy and cherish it with the sole objective of becoming a better version of ourselves. This competition should be like a festival. It's lots of excitement, fun, and revelry embedded in it. And finally, I would say that we, and this is as a side note, we in Gabbys should feel privileged that we are getting such opportunities to compete and improve. The maximum any other club can give you is to ensure that you complete your pathway and take part in competition. But here, we are getting different types of opportunities to improve ourselves and become better communicators. Thanks to the founders and all the members concerned for putting in so much effort to make it as convenient as possible for the members to become better communicators. I strongly urge all of you to take part in this wholeheartedly and make this a great success. Thank you, and back to you, Pierre.
Thank you. So now, I would just like to confirm from the timer if we have any disqualifications because of time.
No, we can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So I think we had a icebreaker speech today, so we will not have any polls today. Now, moving forward, often in our journeys, we find ourselves at the crossroads where we have to pick one of the paths when we have limited information with us, right? And many times it might have happened that, hey, we go down one of the path and then realize that maybe this was not the best path. And this is where I find the example of Google Maps really compelling, right? Because what Google Maps does is that even if you have gone the other path, it always helps amend the way and gives the route to the destination from there, rather than reversing the entire path and restarting from there, right? So maybe I would like to get some of the stories from you wherein you were at that crossroad and you had to decide which path to take. Again, the example, the Bangalore is not a right example, because in Bangalore, if you take a wrong turn at the Sarjapur signal, it's an undoable offense, right? I mean, it will take another detour. In real life, I can share one example. When a couple of years back, I had to decide whether I continue work at a different city far away from the family, or let's say take a bit of risk and then move to a different city which is closer to the family. And at that crossroad, I decided that at this point in time, maybe it makes sense for me to stay closer and then deal with the repercussions later. So I'd like to open the floor in terms of if any one of you can share your thoughts about when you found yourself at the crossroad and maybe you took the decision and how it went about it, right? So if any one of you can share in the journey of life or in any travel stories, right, where you took a wrong turn. So I will just open and see if any one of you can share the thoughts.
Probably I can share one.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you mentioned crossroad, I would rather take it literally. Once I was driving with my family. I was on the driving seat and all my family members, that includes my parents and my siblings, brother and sister, we all were in the car. And Me and my sister was at the front and rest three of them were at the back end. All three were navigating, opening up Google Maps on their phone. So eventually we reached the crossroad. We had no way ahead and one left, one right. And I asked which way to go. My mom said left, dad said right, and my brother said straight. And that is when I had to take a decision to do something about it. And what did I do? I actually shouted. I said, stop looking at Google Maps and tell me what to do now. And eventually, my dad said, I don't know how to read Google Maps. Probably Google Maps is not working fine. Mom said, technology and me, we don't know anything. I had to actually park the car on the side, looked at the map, and then I realized, okay, I need to take a ride. So that's how I eventually realized how to go through that crossroad when I reached there.
Got it. Thanks, Nancy, for the wonderful take. I think this is one situation which we all of us land in some place, and it is at the driving seat where we have to take a call. So thanks for sharing that nugget. So now we will take a 5 minutes break before we get to the next section of today's meeting. So can we go on a 5 minutes break now?
Yes. Okay, we'll meet at 10:52.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Started for our majestic table topic session, which is also themed around the theme of the day, that is Musafir. And as our TMOD also specified, Musafir means traveler. So today we'll be embracing the spirit of adventure and exploration as we share stories of our journeys, both near and far. So what does table topic do? Table topics enables a member to develop the skills of impromptu speaking. It's an invaluable tool that helps train members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. You can think of the table topic speech as a mini speech with an opening, a body, and a conclusion. This also provides a speaking opportunity for all the members who are not on duty in the meeting agenda. I would like to encourage and welcome our guests as well for this session. Now, there are pretty simple rules for this. Each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes, and participants are qualified at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and also if they speak for less than 1 minute. Let's dive in and share our tales of wanderlust and discovery. Who are we waiting for? So let me see who's ready to be our first Musafir to take the stage. If I come on picking up, it would be a surprise for everyone. Can I have a raise of hands, please? Guys, it would be an easy session. I promise you that.
We can start with our table topic evaluator.
Why not? Yes, why not? So let's start with our table topic evaluator, and he's none other than TTE-Sourav Dutta. So TTE-Sourav, your topic is, now I'm wondering whether I should give you an easy one or no. Nonetheless, the first one always deserves the easy one. All right. What is the most memorable journey you have ever taken and why? What is the most memorable journey you have ever taken and why? Over to you.
This is an easy one because I can talk about this trip as many times as I want, even if I'm half asleep. This was the trip I took with my daughter when she was 2.5 years old. This was to US, and this was her first ever trip outside of the country. Not the first flight, but then one of the first longest flight that she took. Why it is a memorable one for me? For multiple reasons. Many of you would probably know, some of you would probably not know that my daughter adopted me when she was 5 months old. So I am not a biological parent. So I actually did not go through that process of being a father, right? Like you're expecting the child to come, the anticipation, the excitement, all of those things did not come for me.
I became a father overnight, literally. I mean, she just came into my life. Sunday evening, she just popped into my life. Monday morning, and I didn't know, I didn't even have feeding bottles and this and that. This trip actually made me a father because I started realizing how to spend time with her, how to deal with her tantrums, how to deal with her problems, her health problems, her attitude problems, the things that she struggles with. It was a continuous discovery for both of us. More than the country, we were actually delving deep into each other's personalities. And I must say that if that trip did not happen, the bonding that I have with my daughter would probably not have happened. We became the best friends. That trip we went to quite a few places in the US. We went to San Francisco, we went to Chicago, we went to Minneapolis. And during these three, the trips that happened, the road trips and this and that, everything that happened in between actually brought us so much closer that I ended up being her best friend. Until today, we both cherish that bond. I am participating in the international speech contest right tomorrow, and she is one of the critics that I have. Not that she has much feedback to offer, but then she is my most loyal audience. So that's why this trip is so memorable for me. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, TTE-Sourav, for sharing that wonderful journey. Isn't it amazing how travel can leave such a lasting impression on our hearts? Now, that was TTE-Sourav's journey with his daughter and how he evolved as a father. Can we have a round of applause for him? And all the best for tomorrow's international speech contest. And I hope we win as a club. Can I have the second raise of hand, please? Somebody from the online meeting? I can see claps from Toastmaster Prabha. Toastmaster Prabha, would you like to be the speaker instead? Great. All right. So Toastmaster Prabha, your topic would be, how does traveling to new places change your perspective on life? How does traveling to new places change your perspective on life? Over to you, Toastmaster Prabha.
मुसाफिर हूँ यारा, न घर है न ठिकाना, मुझे चलते जाना है, हाँ चलते चलते जाना है. So this happened last year when I went to a trek in Uttarakhand, and it was a 7 days long trip, right? And this was a trek where there was no home when we were trekking to those mountains in Uttarakhand. And every day when we were stopping at the campsite, there was just camps and nothing else, and we were carrying our own food with us. So there were like 20 bunch of people, and along with us we had trek leaders and people who made food for us. And there was no toilet, and you can't just go and do your business in mountains or chupke kahin pe bhi. You can't do that. So they made special biodegradable toilets for us. And I was the person before that trek who can't live without having a bath in a day. And obviously I'm super like I'm like Monica Geller from Friends, if you guys have seen Friends, right? So I'm pretty I have this OCD for hygiene. So when I was doing this trek, I had to live without bath for 7 days. I had to eat what they were providing to us, although I love the food, because they were making sure the food was tasty and healthy for us to have that endurance for the trek all that while. And sleeping in tent when there is no mattress right under you, and you are just sleeping on a carpet, and there's stone, there might be anything. Like for 7 days I was not able to sleep, and I was just walking. And because I was enjoying the nature and the people around me, those people were new to me, and and they were coming from different background, right? So interacting with them, knowing their stories apart from, because I live in Bangalore and all I see people around me are IT people. So it was a very different experience for me, and it changed me. It changed me in a way that if you have to do anything, you can't think about those barriers. Like, I can't live without having a bath in a day. So that barrier has now broken for me. I can stay without having a bath in a day, and a lot other things that changed when I took this trek. Over to you, TTM Yogita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prabha. That was really inspirational. And yes, I agree. Travel actually broadens our horizons and deepens our understanding of the various culture, nuances, and the world around us. But getting over this OCD was a real challenge, and I appreciate you for this. Can we have a round of applause for our second speaker? All right, so we had from the online. Now let's move to the offline ones. Who's going to be the next one?
So we have got two guests. One is Rajat and one is Praveen. They want to take up the stage.
Wonderful. So let's welcome guest number one, Rajat, for our table topic. All right. So Rajat, your topic would be, if you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would it be and why? If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would it be and why? Over to you.
So first of all, thank you, Toast Table Topic Master Yogita, for this wonderful, rather majestic opportunity, I must say. So to start off with, if I had to travel somewhere right now, where would I travel? I would actually travel to my hometown, which is a city called Gaya, in a state called Bihar. Well, there are thousands of reasons why I want to travel back to my roots. First and foremost being because as we Bihari people, we get to stay back in our city and our state very less, because we have to travel outside for better job opportunities as well as for better educational opportunities. So in general, we spend a little less time as compared to other people due to migration. Secondly, currently one of the most important people in my life, which is my mother, is currently staying there. And every day you stay apart from her, you realize how time, everything you can change. One thing you can't change is time, which is always passing by. And every other day is a little less time which I get to stay and spend with her. So that's why I think that is the other reason why I actually want to travel back. The third reason also is that my father, who is currently again being a Bihari person and had to earn a respectable income, he has to travel outside. So currently my mother is alone in my hometown. So being the only child, which is a very important thing, also I thought that that would be the time well spent, and that would be the best opportunity for me to travel right now. And that would also alleviate all the concerns and the issues which my mother might be facing due to just absence of a figure around her, a known figure around her. That is sometimes compensated by trying to adjust it with other relatives, but there is always that lack of intimacy when there is not known people around her. So I think, to end and summarize, if I am given an opportunity and have all the means, I would rather travel back to my hometown. Thank you. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I don't believe it's your first time ever coming on the stage and speaking so confidently. That was really nice. And yes, nothing can beat the vibe of the hometown. I totally agree with this. And it is a fantastic destination choice. All right. Can we have a round of applause for our guests? And so he not only spoke for this impromptu session, also he did it very wonderfully and in the specified time. Can we have the second one also?
Praveen.
All right, Mr. Praveen. Okay, so Mr. Praveen, your topic would be, What are some challenges you have faced while traveling and how did you overcome them? What are some challenges you have faced while traveling and how did you overcome them? Over to you.
Morning, everyone. It was like last year, 12 months back, I had planned a solo trip to Tanjore in Tamil Nadu. It was kind of mindset where the traveling made me confidence. I built communication skills where you talk with the strangers and all that. So I planned it. I booked all the train ticket and everything. But the room booking possible. I decided I should stay somewhere without booking like that. I traveled to Tanjore. I visited all the temple, and everything was done. And the only problem what I had was to stay at night. It was 6 p.m. and I thought, so what should I do? I don't have any relatives. I do not have anyone to any new people. At that point of time, I was completely scared to talk to new people. So I want to ask a stranger to stay in their house. And even I didn't. I decided not to book a hotel. It was 6 p.m. and it was 7 p.m. It was completely dark. And that time I realized I was so scared and I decided to come back to Bangalore. So I opened the app and I just saw the tickets and it was available. I booked the tickets. Because of that shyness and because of that fear, I booked the return ticket and I came back to Bangalore the next day. And the only the difficulty is the stay there. We can travel, but staying is the most difficult part I have ever faced. And even 2-3 different travels, I had the same difficulty of staying. And we can travel, but staying is the difficult part. And these are some of the difficulties that I have faced while traveling. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful. And thank you for sharing those experiences. I agree, overcoming challenges while you're traveling definitely makes us stronger, but also I get a little impatient when things don't work according to what I want. So our guests are doing excellently well in showing off their fears and taking up on the stage. Can we have a round of applause for Mr. Praveen as well? And now I would like somebody in the room, in the online room, to nominate themselves.
This will be the last table topics, Yogita.
Sorry?
This will be the last table topic.
All right.
So can we invite Mohan Kaur, our guest?
Yeah. Mohan Kaur, are you there? Can you hear us, Mohan Kaur?
Okay, she is not able to hear or she got dropped off. We can move to Janvi. Janvi is there in the room with us.
All right, so our newest Toastmaster Janvi. Okay. So do you prefer solo travel or group travel? And what are the pros and cons of each? Do you prefer solo travel or group travel? And what are the pros and cons of each? Over to you, Toastmaster Janvi.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. I consider myself as a person who really wants to be a professional solo traveler. What I mean by that is I want to plan itineraries for people and they are gonna follow that itinerary and be that person who always wanted to solo travel but couldn't because of that fear, because of that initial hindrance to solo travel. And why I say that because I live by the quote, the heart wants what it wants. That's because if I travel to a new city, I personally believe that it's a very limited time that you have within that city. And if I'm traveling with a group of people, then I have to definitely make some adjustments to my itinerary as per them. And if I do that, I would end up with at least a little bit of regret that why did I make that adjustment? I could have gone to a different place. I could have enjoyed this city in a different way as per my own preference. So this very thought, I think, is a biggest pro when you solo travel. Secondly, if you are traveling alone, you need to face all the challenges alone. You overcome that fear of what it would be if you lived alone, if you are on your own. That fear at least is faced by you for those few days, and I feel that you become a confident person after that. You get to meet new people, because if you're traveling in a group, obviously you're gonna meet new people, but I feel that you would still be limited to your primary group more than you speak to other people. So if you travel alone, you get the opportunity to learn about their journeys and how they are gonna how are they so much passionate about traveling. So I think those exchange of stories is only possible to the fullest extent if you are traveling alone. So yeah, I think I consider myself as a solo traveler, and one day I get to plan itineraries for other people as well. That's all from me, and thanks everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Janvi, and truly said, solo traveling has its own benefits. I would have loved if we could have heard a lot of little bit of the pros and cons of the group travel as well. But nevertheless, your insights highlight how we can enjoy traveling, be it solo, be it with the camaraderie of group journeys. And that was our last speaker of the day. And with this, we come to an end for our table topic session. Thank you to all the Musafirs for sharing your captivating stories today. They were really enriching and I loved them personally. Each of you have brought a piece of the world into this room, and sometimes I was in Bihar, sometimes I was with TTE-Sourav, sometimes I was traveling solo. It was a lovely session. Let's give a round of applause to our speakers for their spontaneity and eloquence. And safe travels to everyone. May your journeys be filled with wonder and discovery. Over to you, TMOD. Thank you.
Thank you, Table Topics Master Yogita, and thanks for enabling this virtual world tour for us sitting in our cozy seats. I'd like to request timer to confirm if we have any disqualifications based on the time limit. Timer, Mohan, could you please confirm if we have any disqualification?
Yeah, we have one disqualification, like Prabha, we are having disqualification.
Okay. So can I please request Zoom Master to please launch the polls, excluding the disqualification?
Since it's a hybrid meeting, Toastmaster Ritwik, we will launch the Google form towards the end of the meeting so that we can capture the rest of.
Makes sense. Thank you. All right. So we have come to the last section of today's meeting and the most critical, which is the evaluation. So I'd like to request General Evaluator Lasantha De Silva to please take the center stage to take us through the general evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritwik. Thank you very much. I'm back with my last reports. So before that, let me go through the direct speech evaluations. Our first speaker was Toastmaster Ashit. So evaluator will be done by the icebreaker speech. So evaluator will be done by Toastmaster Atul Srivastava. So Atul Srivastava is the retired principal, and he's been from Hyderabad. He has completed his master's of psychology and special education, and he loves training, public speaking, and he's a certified TTE and ICBI and a member of IMPA at Hyderabad. So without further ado, let me call Atul Srivastava for your evaluation.
I am audible. First of all, I must congratulate Arshin, Toastmaster Arshin for. I'm sorry.
Toastmaster
Congratulations to the Toastmaster Arshin for completion of your icebreaker speech. And you demonstrated that you are going to give tough time to all the potential speakers in future. You were very comfortable in your speech and kept the interest of the audience very much intact. And the content part of your speech was also well designed, having a nice introduction and conclusion where you nicely shared the ups and downs thought process of an adolescent in that period of life. And it is really a very tough time for any of us to meet the challenges. Some recommendations from my side is that you can further excel in your delivery style by controlling the speed part of the presentation. I can understand you were very excited. So if you add some, if you work on speed part by adding some pauses, emphasizing on some words, using your emotional expressions and gestures, especially in the use of hands, and your intense eye contact with the audience, it will make you one of the best speakers. I'm really confident that if you work on this, you will be one among the best speaker in not only Toastmaster, but any place where you are sharing the stage. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Atul. This is such a wonderful evaluation. Yes, the Toastmaster speaker, our speaker, Toastmaster Arshin. Yes, Toastmaster Atul has highlighted that you have to use purposeful gestures, purposeful poses. That's very important. So we'll go for the next speech evaluator. That is Toastmaster Upasana. Toastmaster Upasana, are you there?
A Toastmaster Upasana had to drop off due to an emergency. She has already shared with the speaker. We'll move on to the next.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'll go to the next speaker, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi. So his evaluation will be done by the our presiding officer, Toastmaster Nancy Goel. So Toastmaster Nancy, over to you.
Toastmaster Mukund, your project was HPL and we talked about GPL. From the moment you started talking about GPL, I was wondering what GPL means. In my own world, GPL is something that I don't want to talk about here. But yes, it's a grand Premier League for us, or rather the Gabbys Premier League. There were a couple of highlights in your speech today. You talked the entire speech using quotes. Colin Powell, Simon Sinek. When you add quotes, quotes add not just the flavor but credibility about certain things that you're talking about, specifically leadership. You talked about this Gabbys Premier League in the form of data. These are the points, this is what we are doing, this is how we are going to do it, this is how I'll be collecting data. So you're adding credibility to your entire speech, the entire project, by letting us know that you're not just going to go by your senses, but it will be data driven. Apart from that, you mentioned about your guidance committee and your team. These were the highlights for me. As you mentioned that we compete to improve, I would like to offer a few improvements for your speech. First thing first, this is a level 5 project. And when it's a level 5 project, I was expecting you to get rid of your notes and rather speak more to the audience. Audience in person, audience sitting online. Take charge of who you are the leader. And that is one thing I was looking for. Second, when it comes to content structure, you start talking about Gabbys Premier League. But me, being just a member, just sitting on the sides, I was wondering, why am I listening to all these numbers? Why is Gabbys Premier League happening? That came much later in your speech. Much later. That why the reason for us to listen to you should have been established first, so that we would know that, okay, the scoring is there, but we want to contribute. So this was the second. When it comes to delivery, I was missing a little bit of excitement. This is the Gabbys Premier League. It should come like the Gabbys Premier League, not something that, okay, this is happening, we are doing this, right? But what I loved in your speech is a little bit of humor here and there. You sprinkled humor, and that added a bit of flavor to your speech. To summarize my entire evaluation, I would rather say you talked about points, you built credibility with data and quotes. Just bring in a little bit excitement with your delivery, bring in more of structure, the why part, and this would be a winning speech. With this, all the best for your upcoming speeches.
Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. Such a wonderful feedback and constructive evaluations. For those to you, you are spot on. And yes, speaker, she was with writer says, when you're reading the scripts, it will be distracting with the audience. So with that, I'd like to move on to our table topic evaluator. That is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much. Since we don't have, we have one evaluator less, I would be taking a little bit more time. There are a couple of things that I wanted to do apart from just the evaluation. So the first thing is that just understand there are basically many kind of topics, but for the purpose of speaking in front, you obviously can't do so much of segregation and thinking. So two topics generally get into two types of topics. One is recollection. Something that happened in your life sometime, right? And you are told to think about and talk about. Tell me the time you went to school. Tell me that dinner you can never forget. Tell me about your first date. These are topics of recollection, right? And then there are topics which are reflection. If you have to leave, right, if you have to go somewhere now, where will you go? That is what a reflection. Are you with me? Right? Yes. There are two types of topics. So whenever you get a topic, the first thing you need to do is ask yourself whether it's a recollection or reflection. Right? If it is a recollection, then in that case your personal story will come in much earlier. If it is a reflection, the personal story can come in a little later. Right? So that's how you can just handle the table topics. That makes it a little easier. I mean, there are other ways of doing it, but these are, I would say, like basics of tabletop. Once you master that, then after that, you can try other ways and means of doing it. Like when champions speak, they necessarily don't use any frameworks, but that's because they can just just wake them up and say, "Good morning, yeah, they talk about this topic, stuff." Till we reach that stage, you use these structures. So what we're going to do is every topic before I want to evaluate that, you tell me whether it's a recollection or a reflection. Right? So that will help us understand. What was my topic? I was the first speaker. What was my topic?
Most memorable trip.
So what was that?
Recollection.
Recollection, right? So I had to talk about something that happened, that actually happened. So I talked about this one. So if I evaluate my speech, there are two things. My biggest problem, which continues to be there, I don't have a struggle with what to speak. I think I know what to speak. My bigger problem is what not to speak. I share a lot of unnecessary details that today was no exception. Like for example, I could have said that I became a father overnight. I could have stopped there instead of saying this happened and then Monday morning I woke up, Sunday evening was this. This topic was not about my parent. I was being in the context of that travel. So I should have just said that I became a father overnight. That's it. Right? So that's something for me to, as a note to self and for everyone else to also make note of what not to speak, what you need to eliminate. Prabha's topic was, how does traveling to new places change your perspective on life? So this is a
reflection.
Reflection, right? How does traveling? But it can also be a recollection. If she's taking it from the perspective of a past travel, right? In fact, this is a topic which looks like reflection, but is actually a recollection, right? Because you cannot just give yarn. So that's why it's a recollection. So Prabha started with a song, And that's one of the best ways of starting a table topic, which is like which we call as an in media res opening. In media res is where you give an opening that the audience was not expecting. A song is one of that, or some kind of an explanation, or something like, you know, oh seriously, something like that, right? So that is a in media res kind of an opening. It's a good one. Prabha, since it's a Toastmaster meeting where primary language is English, it's a no-brainer that you have to translate that song into English, right? Because you don't assume that everyone understands Hindi. Right? It would be as good as someone coming here and singing a song in Tamil. That will not understand. You can't build that connection. So translate that. What I like is you straight away delve into the story, which is what should be done in a recollection topic, right? Because the story is the hero. So you straight away went into the story. Now, after that, what you did is you again used the vernacular, chupke kahin pe, something like that, right? So again, avoid that. If you're using, resist this tendency of using vernaculars. It comes naturally, but that's something that we need to work on. But after that, you made one major slip was there, which is what actually a lot of people told me that costed me my division contest. I mean, I did not come in. I had a podium finish in the division TT because of that. Is that you went on with the story way too long. You need to know when to stop the story. The story is the hero, but story is not the message, right? So the story should stop at the green card and you should shift to the message. That's it from my side. That's why your time management, you got disqualified. One big reason for that. So try to shift at the green card and you will not be disqualified. Rajat, his topic was if you could travel right now, where would it be and why? So what is that? Reflection, right? So reflection, so he's thinking where would I want? Rajat, brownie points to you for using the word of the day. You have to think of the topic, you have to think of what to speak, and then you have a presence of mind to still use the word of the day. That is definitely a good way of learning. In fact, everyone has tried to do that. Cut tape to nice things. You saw how Ashin started, right? She just came in here and started, you know, I was thrown into the swimming pool and then, good morning, everyone. So that's how typically you do it because the first 10 seconds we are paying you full attention. Make good use of it. If you're using the 10 seconds to say good morning, good afternoon, and all that, then you lost that initial edge. So don't do that. You had a personal anecdote and a good connection, an emotional connect, which everyone can relate with. Where is your hometown?
In Bihar.
Where?
Gaya.
Gaya, Bihar, right? So you said at the beginning. You did. You should have repeated at the end.
Okay.
I forgot where is your hometown.
No, got it.
Right? So reiterate them. Praveen's topic was what are some of the challenges you faced while traveling and how did you overcome them? What is that? Recollection. Reflection based on recollection. Right? So he has to talk about a story and then based on that, he has to share the experience. Tricky topic. Again, avoid the intro greetings, good morning, good afternoon. We'll do it before and after the meeting, not during the table talk. Start with this. My trip to Tangier. That's it. Let that make it begin. And staying is the most difficult part. But why? You talked about a lot of things. You didn't tell us why is it the most difficult part. That is supposed to be the core message of your speech. You never told us. Janvi, our topic was do you prefer solo travel or group travel and what are the pros and cons of each? What is that? A reflection, right? And a reflection, what do we do? This kind of a reflection where we are about to give good and bad, now and then, always make the list. 2 points on this side, 2 points on that side. Because if you tell it like a paragraph, I can never repeat. Right? So that was my evaluation and good job everyone, particularly for one thing, the people present here. I was watching you for your ability to handle the hybrid audience. You did really good job. You were looking here, you were looking here, and you were looking here. That is something that we need to learn. Great job. Thank you so much. Back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters, the distinguished Toastmasters or the data. I think it more or less a table topic session. I would say that because he has been given a detailed evaluation and what not to be done, what need to be done. Thank you very much. I had to acknowledge distinguished Toastmaster has completed 10 pass, 2-time DTM, President distinguished area director, President distinguished division director, water achievement, distinguished Toastmaster Srivastava Dutta. Kudos to you. Thank you very much. So with that, I'd like to move on to our optional role players, that is TAGL team. So first of all, I should go to the timer, Toastmaster Mohan, for your timing report. I think we have taken certain timing report. I don't for the last one for the evaluation. Toastmaster Mohan.
Yeah. So everyone is qualified. So except Prabha and during evaluation, Atul Srivastava disqualified.
Thank you very much. So move on to the next tech team member, Toastmaster Bimpy Kumari, our counter. Right there.
Yes, I'm here. I'm sharing my screen. So here my counter report for today's meet. Hope it is visible now. Okay. It's visible, right? My report. Can
Yeah.
I confirm?
Visible.
Yeah, okay. So first, I would like to congratulate Toastmaster Amit Gupta, DTM Sourav Dutta, and Toastmaster Yogita, Toastmaster Arshin, and DTM Nancy Goel for using less crutch words or filler words. And this is my counter report. I will be attaching this report to our Teams group. Over to you, General Evaluator of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bimpy, such a detailed accounting report. Thank you very much. So I'll move on to the next is a Grammarian, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi, for you to give your Grammarian report. You're muted.
And can you give me the screen sharing? Can I share the screen? Will I able to share the screen? Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll share it. Today, word of the day. Sorry. Today, word of the day is majestic. Means beautiful, powerful, or causing great admiration and respect. Usage is a majestic pillar of society who continues to entertain in grand style. Another example is a majestic Egyptian pyramid that has enthralled travelers for eons. And word of the day, I had seen only three members use the word of the day, but I was expecting more people to use it. That is our GE, Toastmaster Ritwik, and Yogita Upadhyay. And some good usage of the words. We have today very good usage of the words. I had made note of it. A city never sleeps. But Toastmaster Arshin, work in progress, Arshin. All of them are navigating by Nancy. Let's dive in. Yogita, my daughter adopted me by Saurav. I ended up being her best friend, DTM Saurav. Nothing can beat vibe of hometown Yogita. And now coming to this deceptive name epithet, that is by DTM Nancy, she used the Grand Premier League. And for Hypophora, our Toastmaster Ritwik used it. Aren't we travelers in our unique journey of life? It is used by Toastmaster Ritwik, sorry. And rule of three, repeat thrice, that used by Toastmaster Yogita. That is, sometimes I'm in Bihar, sometimes I'm solo traveling, sometimes you Saurav. And some improvements here are some recommendations. It's someone told during this time you should have mentioned during those days, and we are afraid. You should have told we are scared. This is my recommendation. Over to you, GE. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi, for beginning a detailed grammatical report. So now I move on to our listener, active listening. Toastmaster Devayani, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. So what do you?
I hope everyone's listening intently throughout the meeting. I have quite easy questions actually. I shall go for it. What is our TMOD Toastmaster Ritwik's passion? Other than Toastmaster.
Photography.
Thank you. Nextly, which tool did Toastmaster Sanjay talk about which makes making videos easy?
OBS.
OBS, yes. Nancy got it. It's OBS. What is the name in the GPL for the Gabbys Online Toastmaster Club?
Lions.
Gabbys Online Toastmaster Club. What is the other name?
Tigers.
Yes, it's Tigers. Again, Toastmaster, the DTM Nancy got it. Where did Toastmaster Prabha go for a tech?
Uttarakhand.
Yes, Uttarakhand. Sorry, people on the virtual platform, please answer too. You can just unmute yourself and answer. Toastmasters Gabbys got it. Toastmaster Prabha went to Uttarakhand for a trek. And finally, which city did Toastmaster Arshi move to at the age of 20?
Mumbai.
Yes. Yeah, that's it from me today. Very good job. Everyone's listened so carefully. And I am glad everyone's got the answers correctly. And thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devayani. I think most of all of you have been active listeners and answered all the questions. This for those for Devayani have got. So now it's on my report. You want to see the good points and the recommendations. So let me go through one by one. Before the meeting, I was really impressed with the Toastmaster Amit has shared the agenda, shared all the introductions of all the members, all players. Thank you very much for doing so. It was on prompt. And Sanjay has introduced the presiding officer. Presiding officer, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy, introduce all the guests, introduce the benefits, introduce the Toastmaster of the day. Very well done. And Toastmaster Ritwik has explained the theme very well and introduced the structure of the meeting. That was also done very well. And when it comes to introduce of the speakers, everything done very well. We have introduced all the speakers and you have complimented all the speakers with their introductions. Small suggestion, Toastmaster Ritwik, as our theme is about the traveler, you can just modify the introduction of the speakers according to the theme as well. That's a small suggestion for you. Then when it comes to all the speakers, yes, we have done very good job as per the project objectives. And the evaluators was been on CRC method, very well done on that as well. When it comes to the Toastmaster of the day, introduce a table topic master, Toastmaster Yogita. Toastmaster Yogita, you have done very well, very good topics. You brought the topics that is matched to the theme of the meetings. And one more suggestion for Toastmaster Yogita, when you're saying about all the objectives and the roles and asking what are the instructions, you could ask the word of the day to be used by all the table topic speakers that you can highlight when you're introducing the all the introduction part. And when it comes to the table topics evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster that it was very well done. I would say that it's not about table topics evaluation, it was like a table topic session that you conducted. Thank you very much for bringing that. Even myself have learned a lot. And table topic master, in overall, yes, you have been affirming all the statements that have been given by the table topic speakers. And when it comes to my tech team and the world evaluators, they have done very well, good job done. In overall, we have a very good, successful meeting, and we had a hybrid meeting. Trust me, it was awesome, very well done, very well organized. Kudos to all the members. Presiding officer, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy, thank you very much, and the VP Education, Toastmaster Sudharma, bringing such a wonderful organized meeting. So this is my report. Thank you very much. And over to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, General Evaluator Lasantha and the entire TAGL team for such a comprehensive report. I'm sure these feedbacks will really help us and elevate our speeches for the follow-up sessions. So thank you once again. Now, coming back to the traveling bit, right? I think there's one line that completely resonates and has been the cornerstone throughout my journey is that सैर कर दुनिया की गाफिल जिंदगानी फिर कहाँ जिंदगानी गर कुछ रही तो नौजवानी फिर कहाँ, which translates to in the short lifespan it's only short, right? So you will not have the time for later to travel around the world. And even if at a later stage, maybe if you decide to travel, it might be too too late because you do not have the energy or the youth or the resources to do that. So I think that's one cornerstone that I take, and that's the inspiration. But it's important to acknowledge that there are perils to adventure and going outside of your comfort zone, right? Now, to give a few instances, and maybe I would like to hear from some of you, a couple of bad instances, like it's not risk-free, right? For example, I have had instances in my journey where my trips have got cancelled the last day. I've had instances where we are traveling with a group of friends and eating burger, and someone engaged in a conversation, and within a minute, the entire baggage is stolen. So that's some risk is always there with any kind of travel. Maybe I will just like to hear if any one of you has such perilous stories or any where things didn't go plan, right? Where and which is a learning that we can all take. If any one of you maybe can share your story if you remember.
Yeah, I can share.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so very interesting thing that happened with us. You said perilous, right? So we went to Bali for our honeymoon like 3-4 months back, and we had not seen any videos about how to exchange money there. So we took dollars and euros, and we had to go find a shop there where we could go and exchange money. Now we did not know that there is a scam in Bali. So we thought wherever we get the best exchange rate, we'll just give the money there and they'll give us the whatever currency they have, and we'll take it. And for context, Bali currency is very, very weak as compared to Indian currency. So if suppose you give, I don't know the conversion now, but whatever, if you give 1 note, they'll give you 10 notes in return, something like that. So we decided that on our way to whatever shop we want to go to, we'll search for the best exchange rate. But we also little bit knew that we should not enter a shady shop in general. So after doing our search of exchange rate and of what kind of shops that were there around, we entered a shop which looked decent enough, and that person started engaging in conversation with us, and we told him we want to exchange $300. I did not like how he looked, so I said, let's do $200, and he started forcing me, you should give $300, you have such a good exchange rate, you will get it. And there were 3 piles of 20 notes each that he made, and he told us to count them and he gave them to us. As soon as we went and we took it, we went to our cafe, we reached there and we said, let's just take stock of how much money we have. And when we started taking stock, we realized that 20 notes were not there. In Indian terms, it was 10,000 rupees basically. And then this gentleman, my husband, explained to me that when he was making us count the stashes of money, he had taken one stash and put inside. And that was a scam that used to go on. And when we reached home, we started getting real recommendations on Instagram of how these scams are in Bali, which we should have appreciated if they could have come earlier. So yeah, that was my perilous story.
Oh, thank you. I think thanks for sharing this nugget. I think anyone planning their travel to Bali, and I think as a quick tip that I also follow now, that before traveling, reading through, like you said, reels and these things really help because these are the patterns, right? It just reminded of my Cambodia trip, where actually there's a scam where they try to steal your passport, and then even the police is involved. So you will have to pay back the entire dollar for getting this, right? So yeah. All right, so I think we have come towards the end of the theme. The message that I want to leave with, because like we have seen, to really imbibe the true spirits of the Musafir, which is to go to the uncharted territories, to expand our horizon and to go outside the comfort zone, but then also ensuring that we are able to mitigate the risk, because an uncharted territory or a risk, it also comes with its own risk, right? So I think all of us needs to strike the right balance between the risk and the comfort zone and accordingly grow, because the growth also comes from the pushing the boundaries and going outside of the comfort zone. So with that, I would like to request President Officer to please take the center stage and share the final remarks.
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the day, for walking us through the theme Musafir so beautifully. May we have a round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day. Amazing. Before I invite our guests for their feedback on today's meeting, I would like to first invite TTE-Sourav to talk a little bit about contests. TTE-Sourav.
So, I joined Toastmasters in 2020 and they were online era. And before I joined Toastmasters, I was a public speaker since 2010. So, obviously, I did not join Toastmasters to learn public speaking. I always was doing. I thought I was damn really good. I remember that the first time that the club contests were happening, I told our Bimpy education that why don't we no, it was me who told my
President.
Yeah, president and VP membership that why do we need to do a contest? Because at club level we have two options. One is do a contest or nominate someone. So I said, anyways, I'm the best speaker of the club. So just nominate me. And so with all humility, they told me that since you're the best speaker, anyways, let's do the contest. How does it matter? So we did the contest. Two contests happened. I came within 1/6 in the other one. There were only 5 and 6 contestants respectively. I said, this is all a scam, and I'm not going to believe it. So the second time the contest happened, I again said the same thing. So this time I'm going to want to have contest. Contest chair was Nancy Goel. She got a chief judge from some part of the world. She was on a mission to find a chief judge who doesn't know me at boring. She was successfully found school there. He came with a bunch of sophistication that is, and again the same business. Again 5 contestants, I'm 5th, 6 contestants, I'm 6th, and I'm like, what the hell is happening? Why is it happening like this? It's at the big time. So let me get myself a graceful exit. And I left the contest area. Someone told me the easiest way of leaving this, letting go of this humiliation is to become a district officer. So we have this clause that you can't contest if you're a district officer. So I conveniently took care of that. That took care of my self-pride. I became a district officer. Became an area director. I was a pretty good area director. And after that, I was good enough to be elected as a division director. And then after that, I saw what is happening is that, I was getting indulged in a lot of district politics and this and that, who likes who should vote for whom, this is this lobby, this is that lobby. It was as exciting as the Indian politics, but sometimes a little murkier than that. So then I decided, no, so this is not what I am here for. I am here for my own learning. Why the hell am I wasting time? And even if I become a district director, division director, international director, how will it change my life? I went and checked the profiles of a few international directors and international presidents. They were all doing the same job and they're also putting their open for work. Okay, if we are also open for work, then why am I working towards becoming an international president or international director or regional advisor? How will that help me? So the same thing is true for the world champion of public speaking also. Life will not change anything from that standpoint, because honestly, if you go and tell someone that I am the world champion of public speaking, you have to first start explaining what the hell is that. Just like that, when I go and tell someone I am a distinguished Toastmaster, they said first explain distinguished Toastmaster, then explain distinguished, then explain both of them together. Right? And that's how it happens. But one thing is, I have become a die-hard stoic. The contests have made my nerves, the nerves of steel. I don't get any jitters. I'm the same guy who couldn't sleep for days and weeks thinking of my appraisals, my increments, jobs, proposing someone. By the time I proposed the 10th girl, 9 girls had already rejected me. Right? So I would have been used to it. But still I was tense. See what will happen. I knew what will happen. But still I was tense. Now I don't give a damn. I absolutely don't give a damn. If tomorrow in the contest I lose, I don't give a damn. If I win, I'll have to again prepare more. If I go to the quarterfinals, right? But that's how I'm looking at it. In fact, there's one thing also I am going tomorrow with the mentality that I will lose. Why? Because if I lose, tomorrow will be my last opportunity to give that message on that stage. If I win, I'll get one more opportunity. If I lose, I will not get any opportunity. So I'll give my everything I have to deliver the message with my sincerity. Because I'm prepared to lose. I'm all set to lose. So guys, don't, I'm not telling you, Isala Kar Namde. Don't have high hopes. Because Isala Kar may not be Namde. But I will ensure that I deliver the message with utmost sincerity, because probably this will be my last chance this year to deliver this message. Go into the contests. It changes your results. You have no idea. You have no idea. After that, nothing else will matter. You will never get at work, studies, results, which people, and nothing will impact you. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
And that was a heartfelt speech from a district participant. Now you know why is he reaching district, right? On the spot, impromptu or rather, I was speaking, it was. However, I must say, TTE-Sourav, you don't need to be nervous at all because I'm doing the job for you. I'm extremely nervous, extremely anxious. I'm just wondering, I need to wake up tomorrow early, need to reach the venue. Okay, so venue is Royal Orchid Convention Center, Yelahanga. For all of you who don't know, Warren family. You can reach there, purchase a ticket and be part of the contest. However, yes, I'm still extremely curious to know what the results are going to be. I'm still extremely nervous to know how it's going to go for our club with 2 participants in the district. So I would rather say you focus on preparation, you focus on how to perform, I'll focus on the nervousness. I'll do that part for you. Having said that, it's time to hear it from our members and our guests. One highlight from today's meeting. Quickly, Devayani, one highlight.
So highlight what I experienced and
what you loved in today's meeting the most.
I absolutely admire the way Toastmaster Yogita speaks. I wish I could be like that.
Okay, we absolutely admire Toastmaster Yogita, the way she speaks. Praveen.
Actually, I like the voice modulation and the way the stories and how he spoke, and that was very beautiful and something like smile on my face while listening. That was quite good. Yes.
Awesome. That is bass voice. If you don't know, he uses 2 voices. All right, Ritwik.
For me, especially this was my first time doing this, and I remember I joined 1.5 years back, and I thought, oh, it's going to be a long journey before maybe I could even think of taking TMOD role. So I'm really happy that this is I was able to do this. Yeah.
Your own experience, lovely. Yogita.
In this meeting, we all were listening with open ears and everybody had answers. So yes, that was the best part.
All right, Rajat.
I really like the sincerity of the people attending this meeting and also on the virtual medium. In this current scenario where even when you're getting paid to do a job, virtual and hybrid medium have taken over. But then people coming here out of their taking out their own time on a Saturday morning and doing this for their passion is really sincere and really uplifting to see.
Thank you. Sudharma.
Table evaluation. Table topic evaluation by TTE-Sourav.
Table topic evaluation, Chaitanya.
Yes, Nancy.
What's your highlight from today's meeting? One big highlight.
One highlight, I was loving the part of table topics because of the theme. I really love to travel and I was kind of connecting with it. I also wanted to participate, but obviously butterflies in my stomach hesitated to do so. So next time I'll obviously try out.
So Ritwik, Yogita, now you know Chaitanya is a die-hard traveler and he's the one who hasn't spoken in the meeting about travel. You must have caught him. Nevertheless, next meeting will definitely catch you, Chaitanya. DTM Lasantha.
We talked of Thailand. His last trip was to Thailand.
And then supposed to be DTM Lasantha.
Yeah, it's a really wonderful meeting. I always believe that sometimes it's very difficult to work like having a hybrid meeting, online and the physical. But I think today's meeting with Gabbys, I was overwhelmed. The way that you have handled that one was really good. And I always admire the TTE-Sourav Dutta. Was one of my mentors who has been evaluating myself. And this table topic evaluation, I felt like it's like almost a session rather than evaluation. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sujatha, again for your giving such a wonderful session. And I love each and everything. Sometimes I felt like, we've been scared to be like a general evaluator. Say somebody comes in general evaluator means that he knows everything. Not like that. Even GE also learns each and every meeting something to take away. So Nancy, thank you very much for your time and the opportunity, and Toastmaster Sudharma for the opportunity as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, TTM Lasantha. I totally concur with your thoughts. We all, no matter which route we take, we all learn. Yes, Satish, I noticed you are just joining a little while back. Any highlights for you?
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Toastmaster Satish Acharya. Incidentally, yes, I happened to miss out the first half of your meeting. But then when I joined, I would really strongly vouch, and this is the first time I joined the Gabbys meeting. But I really saw the energy, the positivity, and the enthusiasm. And that's exactly what now Toastmasters across the globe. Because I know when you attend you have a actual physical meeting, you have a hybrid meeting or you have a virtual meeting, but to handle a hybrid as well as a physical meeting, I know the challenge, how difficult it is, technical as well as many aspects that come into place. But then audience out here, I found them very energetic, very connected, and that's a great takeaway. At least the little moments that I could spend in your Toastmasters meeting. Highly elite, affluent, and very professional. Thank you very much. I enjoyed the small little moment I could spend with you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Satish. May I request you to put your hands together for somebody that we generally miss. A role that we don't acknowledge at all. Forget least acknowledged role, but don't acknowledge it all. Today, I want to take up this moment to acknowledge the role of a Zoom moderator. We had 3 people who were the host and co-host. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Amit, Toastmaster Srivastava, and Toastmaster Ritwik Raj for seamlessly handling the Zoom, the spotlighting, admitting people in, and what not. Apart from their roles, they were also handling Zoom. So thank you so much for the seamless meeting. I would now request for the poll results.
It's there.
Let's wait a few more seconds for the poll results. In the meanwhile,
What was asking highlight for the meeting?
I didn't ask everyone. I asked a couple of people. Yeah. Last time she shared.
Yeah.
Right, so in the meanwhile, let's hear it from people who haven't answered yet. We'll start with Janvi.
I think the theme of the meeting, it brought back so many memories and like for travel more cities.
Lovely. I concur with your thoughts. The moment you were answering the questions of solo travel and group travel, I was thinking of my travel. So all memories fresh in the brain. Ashin?
Yeah, TTE-Sourav. I also had a very similar journey. I was an area director at one point in my time, And I got so fed up with the politics that was happening that I swore that I will never join Toastmasters again because that was very murky. And yeah, then here I am. I only solely want to focus on the love of speaking, and I'm very encouraged after today to compete in contests. So that was
That was my agenda.
All right. Anyone from the online audience who haven't asked? Amit?
Yeah, like the theme of the meeting and then table topics.
All right. Bimpy?
Okay, so I must say that we have like 3 meetings for Gabbys. So I mostly join Thursdays meetings since I'm subject at arms for Thursdays meeting. So today I joined. I would say thanks to Sudharma that she has given me this role, and I woke up and it was really good start of weekend. Mostly on weekdays, I'll wake up listening that Teams call and everything, but this is something new, and then it is refreshing, and then good start of my weekend. And also what?
Zoom for today.
Yeah, sorry?
Instead of Teams, it's Zoom for today.
Yeah, and it is worth it and refreshing, totally refreshing and worth it.
All right, it's lovely to hear highlights from most of you. Whosoever I've missed, I'll be listening to your highlights in the next meeting. Let's come back to the poll results. I know all of you are waiting eagerly for the poll results, and I'll start with the best auxiliary role taker. Best auxiliary role taker for today's meeting goes to our listener for today, Toastmasters. Well done, Toastmaster Devayani. We had our first time role taker, Toastmaster Mohan Rao. Thank you so much for taking up this role.
Thank you.
We'll not have speaker polls as it was mentioned that we had nice speaker speech and speaker polls for today. Best evaluator.
Atul was disqualified.
Atul was disqualified?
Yes.
Oh.
Time. All right, so that automatically makes me the best evaluator. Best role taker for today's meeting. It's a pretty lovely chart we have. All right, and we have a tie between 2 role takers. We had 4 role takers taking up main roles: TMOD, TTMG, and TTE. And the best role takers for today's meeting goes to Toastmaster Ritwik Raj and distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta for table topic evaluation. Congratulations to both of you. Last but not the least, best table topic speaker. We had 4 speakers qualifying for today's table topic session, and the best table topic speaker goes to, yet again, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Congratulations to all the role takers, all the winners from today's meeting. As DTM Sourav mentioned, winning doesn't matter. What matters is you participated. And with that note, I adjourn today's meeting number 181 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. I'll see you on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care.